started going back to her regular ways. You see, in this photo here, this is what Brittany Renner looks like right after breaking up with Kevin Gates. It was very Muslim still. All right. Then we saw this, which was very modest. In just a few days, we saw this. Yeah, basically she reverted back to full Clapathon tech material.
All right, chat. Brittany Renner finally gets what she deserves. What happened with Brittany Renner now, man? I thought she was Muslim, you know what I'm saying, with Kevin Gates. What happened? What happened now, man?
Masika from Love and Hip Hop, did you see her get into it with Brittany Renner?
One of the discussions that happens amongst black men on the internet is about the ability to change for men. Now, almost everybody that I talk to believes that, yes, typically if a guy is one way, he'll typically be the same way for the rest of his life. And we saw that.
You like in chat?
With like Brother Polite. He was a gangster.
So I don't know if we like it. Let's go back a little bit.
Typically be the same way for the rest of his life. And we saw that with like Brother Polite. He was a gangster at first, then became a pro-black, and we all know what he went to jail for. But there are evidence of men changing their life for the better. Let's look at Malcolm X. He was once a petty thug and drug dealer, and then he became one of the greatest men of God in the 60s, being the spokesperson for the Nation of Islam. Now, most guys that I talk to believe that men have this ability only. And when it comes to women, if you tell anybody that a woman that used to be promiscuous can change, what are you going to hear? Man, what's wrong with you, player? You can't change into a housewife, you know?
He's right, you know.
But you can never tell me that wasn't going to be the case for Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner seemed like she was changing her life, doing a whole 180.
First of all, Allahu Akbar. When I originally joined Instagram July of 2012, I joined for two reasons. Validation.
I was even going to try to say what she's going to say. I don't even want to butcher it. I ain't want to offend Muslim niggas. I don't want no smoke Muslim niggas.
And male attention. And now that I no longer need either of those things, I am developing a new relationship with just social media itself. So my posting has been a bit inconsistent. I've been Muslim for 5 months and I love it here. Haven't had a drink in 6 months. Haven't had sex in 8 months.
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the you think you is?
And this clip was evidence of her transformation. At least I thought. But we all know Brittany Renner got involved with Kevin Gates, then got divorced, and then somehow started going back to her regular ways. You see, in this photo here, this is what Brittany Renner looks like right after breaking up with Kevin Gates. It was very Muslim still. All right. Then we saw this, which was very modest. In just a few days, we saw this. Yeah, basically she reverted back to full Clapathon tech material within 2 months.
Got him!
And that's not all. I'm not the biggest fan of reality shows, but obviously some people are. And if you guys don't know, when it comes to Chantel and Jackie Christie, they typically gang up on this estranged daughter by the name of Takari Lee. And if you guys don't know, Brittany Renner is like really cool with Chantel Christie. So, and that doesn't mean anything, right? But the problem is Brittany Renner is somehow interjecting herself into this family beef in which she shouldn't get involved. Like if I were to see my friend arguing with their parents online, I would just shut up, but I would never get involved on Instagram. But that's not what Brittany Renner is doing. She put this on Instagram. Chantel Christie, how soon they forget you wrote a whole book detailing the way allegedly treated by Takari Lee. By the way, I actually read it. It felt very rushed and overall like a long text message. You probably wanted to send her directly. Now, I won't read the rest of that, but at the end, it says, terrible ass sister. Now again, Brittany Renner is still supposed to be a Muslim. Like, yeah, we understand that you're no longer wearing the hijab, but you were still saying you still love Allah. So we're not expecting you to be like this after 2 months, because just 2 months ago, you were wearing the Muslim garb and you were being a well-behaved woman. Now you're out there doing something different. And this pissed fans off.
And I bet you got fed up as I am just looking at those comments that Brittany Renner is making towards Takari. And I just find it so crazy how she just, all of a sudden, your religion, you ain't worried about that. Where's the hijab, babe? It disappeared. I mean, you don't want nobody to comment on that, but you can sit up here and comment and worry about all of Jackie's business.
Now, see, this is a lady that is also pissed off at the whole situation, too. She's a fan of the whole LA Housewives drama, but she doesn't think that Brittany Renner should be involved in it because it's simply not her business. And how could Chantel Christie allow Brittany Renner to disrespect her blood sister simply because you don't like her?
Damn.
And that person wasn't the only individual to get upset with Brittany Renner. There is another individual. Masika Kalisha. Now, Masika Kalisha was involved with Fetty Wap, and she was a young lady who faked her own kidnapping and then said that it wasn't a fake kidnapping. Yeah, that's kind of how it is, right? And we all know that Fetty Wap is a rapper that has one eye. And so Masika Kalisha, who's known for starting drama online all the time, decided to throw herself in the mix. And she said this: since we're on the topic, the way Brittany played with them people's religion to become that man's other wife is crazy. He took off and she took off them people's clothes. Yeah, and we've already talked about that transition from Muslim to modest to clapping it up. Muslim to modest to clapping it up. Ooh, that's like a rap mixtape. Muslim to modest to clapping it up. Muslim to modest to clapping it up. I mean, sign them to Clapathon Tech Records. Biatch! That's it! But of course, Brittany Renner wasn't having that. Now, instead of just being a nice Muslim lady, Brittany was like, no, I can't let that slide. She said this: sis, baby mama number 3 who faked a kidnapping to promote their irrelevant OnlyFans. Since we're on topic, religion is not exclusive. I never signed up to be one of several. People are allowed to change their minds, and plenty of relationships are meant to be, but not meant to last. Bye, 40 and fried. Masika claps back. Here you go, dumpster diving through the same old tire lines. Nah, Lucifer, I never faked ish like you. I was filming a TV show about ex trafficking where my character was beaten, kidnapped. It's crazy because I was defending your disgraceful SSA, whatever the hell that means, when people knew you was faking religion for the D. Who the clapping sounds? Masika goes, girl, go to hell. Oh, wait, everybody's speaking the same truth about you, but you mad at me? LOL, bringing up irrelevant deflections don't change the fact you played with God for D. Next thing, you're going to be Buddhist for backshots? What Buddhist for backshots? Like Christian for Christian Dior? Girl, that's the F up and go pray.
Hell no.
For Christian Dior? Girl, that's the F up and go pray.
Hell no. To the no.
Brittany claps back. You must have time today since nobody paid $4.99 to unlock your exclusive video of you losing your dildo and your gaping hole on your OnlyFans. I haven't seen or heard about you in so long that I actually thought you really got kidnapped.
Damn.
You got your nerve chiming in live at 5 from your living room. You drowsy-eyed dog-faced dimback. Damn. You and everyone else who wants my pee and don't know how to ask for it stay worried about what I do with it, yet you couldn't convince a Negro with one effing eye to see your value. Oh my God. Did she just say you couldn't even convince a dude with one eye to see your value? Oh my God, what a roast. It continues. Shout out to your couch for keeping you booked and busy. In another B business, you better bum. Lifestyle of the boredom, brainless, I suppose. Damn, these are pretty good. Lastly, enjoy the Basketball Wife season finale next week, you withering wench, and take your misplaced frustration up with Mona for cutting them LHH checks off. Geriatric gnarl finger giddy for a reply ass nat. Damn. Now back to being utterly forgettable. You go, flunky. These are some pretty interesting roasts, but I gotta honestly say that I'm concerned. Not because people can get upset or not, but literally Brittany Renner is just proving her point. Not that you just got into Islam for the D. It's like you got into Islam and you didn't learn anything. If you were really in Islam and you were concerned for the faith, you wouldn't be on Instagram getting involved in Chantel Christie's beef. You would be more concerned with things that brought you, some level of happiness. But because you don't have Kevin Gates in your life anymore, basically you're just telling the world that without a man, I can't help but self-destruct myself. But if you were really with Allah and you're really with the faith, this wouldn't bother you. You would be worried about something else. And if anything, you would keep your comments to yourself, but you're not. And so you never really healed, although you were going around lying and saying that you were. And this is the problem that a lot of people have with religion. They use religion as a temporary means of escaping, and it never works because they never really realize that they are the problem and that they need to get some help. And typically that help is not always in religion. You kind of have to understand that you have to do a whole self-evaluation.
Bro, they you're putting value on the external, so internal, man, that shit really probably you gotta look inward
of what's going on. And clearly Brittany Renner never did that. And that's why she's having the problems that she's having. I think any of us, no matter what the faith is, we should first understand the number one rule: stay out of somebody else's business. Okay? That's number one. And if we mind our business, we would focus on what we need to focus on to get better. When we focus on someone else's business, it just basically means that we're unhappy and we're causing more chaos. And the world sees that. Like the guy who would want to deal with Brittany Renner right now, if he was serious, he would understand that she's like messy and she's 33 years old. And you would think by this time she would be past that, and she's not. And it just looks like it was all for fail, and you're still a booty clapper, and everybody knows it. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Drunk. What you sure for you do? Curry the bell. We're out.
I'm saying, man, I ain't even want to speak on their religion shit too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I feel like, if you in it, you in it. Take it seriously. But, you know what I'm saying? You know what they be saying? Yeah, my religion is for real.
Play that shit. God, sipping quickly, forgot it was mud. I don't cross, so I couple with